raising an army. Okay, okay, raising an army, a fighting force. Okay, of love, a fighting force of love. Okay, it's not an oxymoron. It's not an automatopoeia. Bing bang boom. Bing bada boom. It's not that. They're coming, okay? They're coming, and I don't want to alarm anyone, okay? So there's a bunch of evil wizards, and there's one in particular used to be my boss. And what if they come back, okay? So we got to get ready for that. And so we got to teach you all this stuff. We got to teach you all this stuff: how to cook, how to clean, how to make good camp coffee, okay? How to cast pentagrams, how to use a broadsword, okay? How to use a foil, how to fence with a foil, how to sell a stolen foil, how to fence a fence. How to, your broadsword, it's got to follow. You got to follow the weight of the sword. Okay, you can't control the sword. The sword kind of, you got to listen to it. Oh, like what is that? It's a mystery to me. Okay, I got to go towards the mystery. Okay, to the Arctic. Okay, where Frankenstein's monster pursued what's his head through the Arctic. No, Frankenstein pursued his own monster through the Arctic. I don't remember. Wasn't it a boat? Didn't he get frozen on a boat? And the boat was frozen in the ice, and then there was a team of dogs, and then the monster came. The monster came over. Okay, and who is the monster? Okay, is it the Dr. Frankenstein or is it the Beast? Okay, the human beast. Okay, and that reminds me. Okay, this taste for human meat. Okay, now again, it was sent to me that human meat is in the McDonald's. Okay, now okay, the McDonald's. Okay, the Micamaca. Okay, the Micmac Paddywhack. There's human meat inside it. Now, this is a perfect place to destroy and dispose of evidence. Okay, just to put human. Mm, to put human meat inside the McMacaroni. Okay, you put human meat inside the McMacaroni. Okay, and that's a perfect way to disguise it, dispose of it. Okay, you got to put the human meat in there, and then, but then but you're humans. Okay, you're not meant to destroy each other and put each other in the McMacaroni. You're supposed to be working together to achieve common problems because the universe is chaotic and dangerous. And don't you have all we have is each other, okay? But no, you gotta rub someone out so that you put their flesh in the Micmac paddywhack, okay? And then a family of four in a minivan eats it and it craps it out and it goes into the sewer system and then is regurgitated into the earth. I mean, is spun around in giant turbines, removing the liquids and solids, and then the solids are diverted to the compost, and the liquids are pumped into the ground. Okay, so that's why do you got to do that? We don't have a lot of time. We got to be working together. Okay, only working together can we defeat a common enemy. Okay, and then even so, we can't fight the common enemy with just violence. Okay, we gotta fight the common enemy with love. Okay, we gotta give them a big kiss. We gotta give her a big kiss. We gotta give them a big smackaroonie on the mouth. Okay, and that they're gonna say, hey, like Bugs Bunny used to do to Elmer Fudd. Okay, he doesn't do that so much anymore. Okay, but they're still friends after all these years. So okay, so they visit each other in the home and whatnot, and they have mutual sessions, and also they like watching movies together and screaming things like really bad movies, and then screaming things like let's secure the perimeter and let's get the hell out of here. Those gem pieces of dialogue. So you got to work together to defeat a common enemy. All right. So okay, working together to defeat a common enemy means it's going to get messy. Okay, it's going to get messy. We're going to have to deal with people's feelings. Okay, and that's what it is. Okay, if you want complete order and peace in the form of never being uncomfortable, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that with your soul. Okay. I'm telling you right now, you're going to pay for that with your soul. So what you have to do is be prepared to be uncomfortable. Okay, I'm not saying let people hurt you or do anything to you that hurts, but to be uncomfortable is not to be oppressed. Okay, so settle the f down, as it were. Okay, So you're going to be uncomfortable because there's going to be an army, okay, and they're all going to have different wants and needs, okay, but towards a common goal. Excuse me, towards a common goal, okay. And so we got to learn how to cook. We got to learn how to clean. We got to learn how to do our nails. We got to learn how to clean a tank with a toothbrush. We got to learn how to peel potatoes. We got to learn which crystal does what, okay. We got to learn, okay, which if how to find a geode, okay. We got to learn how to find our geode, and not the geode that your grandma sends you in a kit, but like you have to be out in the wilderness and be like, that's an arrowhead, that's a geode, okay? You got to know this stuff. You got to find ancient arrowheads, okay? Objects of power, okay? And then fasten them because, okay, the bow. That's because the Elbow River. The Bow River, Elbow River is the elbow, and the Bow River is the river where the wood, the trees were good for making bows for bows and arrows. Okay, so we've got it here. If we haven't demolished the entire riverbank and paved it all, then we've still got those trees. Okay, those trees might still exist. If they don't still exist, we'll go to Bass Pro Shop and not resin, what the fiberglass. No, what's the thing that they make things out of now that's really hard? Okay, not rock, not stone. Okay, not. I had to really fight to say not a boner. Okay, so it's common enemy is what I'm trying to say. We gotta love it, not love it to death, but love it into submission until it sees the error of its ways. Okay, we can do it. Okay, we can do it together. Okay, that's what I have to say about it. It's exhausting. It's hard for one guy to just think he can do it himself. That's why I'm putting a team together for the return. And if we don't succeed, well, we can always try slaying a dragon or getting a dragon to work for us. But if we don't succeed in that, then, well,